Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen. So, here we're gonna talk about Death Stranding. First, a couple things that I have to get out of the way. Why there is no gameplay footage. I played this game over the weekend at a friend's house. Me and a couple friends, we decided to buy the bullet and play the game. Now, this is one of the biggest reasons why my enjoyment of the game probably is a little bit above the normal or what should be. Because like it or not, if you are with a good enough friends, there is not much things that can be boring. So, and again, different than many of my quick looks at it, I don't feel comfortable enough talking about the story because hell, talking about the story on Death Stranding is something that I don't know. Even if I finish the game when it comes to PC, don't think I will be able to because I don't have the fuck of a clue about the story of this game. Now, let me start with graphics. The graphics from this game are great. Not only on the classic, oh, the graphics look good, but in a very interesting and strange way for the cutscenes. And let me tell you, cutscenes take a larger part of this game, being just the simple cutscenes when you get a package to deliver, or just the longer cutscenes with story beats or portions, more important portions of the story. What I mean by it, they have a feeling, a more movie-like feeling. But, well, the game probably stretches fucking far longer than just a movie. We put like 7 to 8 hours on the game on the 2 days that we had our hands with. And most likely, I have to say, graphically, it's beautiful. There's no way. The scenery is stunning, and I don't know if that's the right word to put on this. The camera works of the game is great too. But one interesting thing, I felt that putting the 8 hours or so that we played on the game didn't meant shit. What I mean by it, I think we didn't scratch even the surface, and not only on story-wise, I think we still have a lot of tutorial stuff being. We were still fed a lot of tutorial stuff, and maybe one of the reasons it was because the longer cutscene time. Now, let me talk about gameplay, because well, what the fuck this game is. This was the biggest question most people were doing. And the end is, this is a FedEx simulator, Amazon Prime simulator, or whatever you want to tell it. In the end, yeah, you go there from point A to point B, deliver package, trying to reconnect America, and I'm not gonna be touching about any political aspect of this game because I don't give a flying fuck about it. But that is the fact. That's it. You go making deliveries, and as more deliveries you make, more you connect about people to this network. And not only that, but is a symbolic means to reconnect humanity. I find it interesting that one of the big facts on the game is how outsourced to robots the delivering system of stuff is was one of the biggest problems that the world had. But yeah. With that being said, that's the thing. That is the gameplay loop. You go from point A to point B. You try to find the best way from going to point A to point B. You help people along the way, building bridges, letting stairs for people to climb or transfer or crossing rivers, letting ropes so people can climb or rope down from a place, lefting messages showing a good route to sneak in a camp or to find shelter or to warn people about stuff, lefting items that you find along the way to other people delivering if it's not on your route, lefting items for people to take, and even in building other stuff that can help you repair equipment or stuff like that. It's a very interesting concept. Remember, the bullshit about the stick and the rope. And yeah, it does kind of make sense. This is a game about connecting and helping people out instead. It's like with Dark Souls, you took the invasions and people were more rewarded by letting helpful messages instead of telling you to jump off a cliff. Then you would find secrets. But that's the thing. In the whole system, this is the game. There's not much else to it. The thing is, this is not a game for everyone. It doesn't matter. The combat on this game sucks, and I think it does deliberately sucks. First, you are not encouraged to use lethal weapons. You're encouraged to use non-lethal against human enemies, while using the more lethal. And I don't know about that. My friend talked to me after he played a little bit more. He said, "Oh, well, you're gonna use the lethal against the zombie ghost things, aka BTs, and you're gonna use the non-lethal against other people, because literally killing people can be a WMD." And this is a plot point because people question, like, one of the biggest ways that some terrorists do stuff on this game, or suicide, but not suicide bombers. They just suicide, and if their body doesn't get tend to, they literally go nuclear. Cue the music in. But that's the thing. No matter what, you're always gonna come in from any gameplay part, from anything there. You always come in for the story, and that's the point. The game is in many ways a walking simulator. You go from point A to point B to get a piece of story. There's a lot of side quests, side deliveries, and stuff like that, and that's all. The thing is, you have to look at the game, watch a trailer, watch a thing, and say, do I going to be more interesting on watching the landscape, on putting on my Spotify playlist, travel from point A to point B, and try helping my fellow man's Canadian style, or I prefer a more combat oriented game, I prefer something like that. If you want to go for a combat oriented game, Death Stranding is a pass. Even as a simple stealth, like more of a stealth game, I would say it's a pass. It is a walking simulator. It's going for a story, trying to and telling and showing you gorgeous scenery. That's the thing. Think about like the Explorer from Assassin's Creed, whatever the fuck, the two ones they have. And that's that. It's not a game for everyone. It has a gameplay loop, and it has a story. I doubt it then after you finish, it will tell you the entire story. And I really just... I don't know. I find the game good. I'm probably going to pick it up on PC when it comes. But I will not recommend it because I 100% see this game is not for everyone. It is a beautiful game. It's a very unique game. I doubt that we're gonna see other games like it in a long period of time. But I don't think it's a game then like everyone will enjoy it. Hell, even I think I will not enjoy fully most of the time. It's gonna be a game that I will play a couple hours here and there and let sleep for a month or two and then come back later. Sadly enough, that's probably a problem because the game is so narrative, so focused on narrative, and that's maybe a problem from the way that I played it, since I was just more with my friends. That may detract a little bit on the narrative side of the story and things like that. But it's a very zen game. It's a game that you sit down and relax. Ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be it for the Death Stranding thing. I don't know anything else, and I don't know if there is anything more than I can tell you. I don't recommend it solely on my word, I would highly recommend you look up and see a couple of videos on it. And I will say, for some people who said, "Oh, this game should have a demo," I don't think a demo would help out. I think, yeah, you would need to see someone play it. If the story intrigues you, sure. If the gameplay loop is enjoyable, sure. But don't expect combat. And I think, as I said, I expect then if there is any more combat focus, combat have missions during the game, they will be the weakest part of the gameplay. See you around, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what do we have on this shit show of a show. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This was the video. If you enjoyed, leave it a like. If you didn't, leave it a dislike. If you have anything to say, please leave a comment. And if you want to see what the hell is gonna be coming next on this mess, subscribe. And see you guys on the next episode.